Hello YouTubers, the Kayaking Kid here, and this time my son broke his X1 Elite controller, £100+. So here I am fixing it. The problem is it was cutting out, so plug the USB port or the plug into the top and it randomly cuts on and off. So there's obviously a connection issue with the USB plug to the printed circuit board. So I just ordered a new circuit board. It was about £30. And this is me dismantling it. So the Xbox or Microsoft are sneaky bastards here, because they've put a number of some dodgy connectors and plugs and screws in there to stop us running them all guys taking it to bits, fixing it ourselves. They want us to buy a new one. So here it is. Take it to bits like this. There's some Torx screws. Unfortunately, you will need to buy a Torx screwdriver or a Torx spanner or whatever it is you fancy. And as you can see here, this is me taking it apart. It's actually on a scale of 1 to 10 for easiness or simplicity, it's probably around 6.5, I would say. It's not the easiest thing you're going to do, but it certainly isn't difficult. I'm an engineer, so I probably may have reduced that score slightly. It may be slightly harder to someone who hasn't done any of this before. So this is the plug, this is what it looks like. You can see there's some cracks in there, and when I zoom in you can see the right hand USB connection to the printed circuit board. The solder's cracked and totally came off. So it was the right thing buying a new circuit board. This is it, and I'm just going to put it back in. So I'll talk you through some of the things on the way back on, just to clarify some of the more difficult parts. Here they are, they look identical, which is a good thing. It just sits in place. There are about 4 or 5 screws that hold it in place. They're standard Torx connector screws. When you're putting it in place, make sure you've not removed any of the buttons on the back. First time I done it, I turned, I think it was the A upside down by mistake, so it doesn't align properly. So just make sure all the wee buttons and switches and slides are all in the right place. When you put the next circuit board on top, there's the headphone jack. It just sits in there. There's no screws. It's just a slight little location lug holds it in place. And when they clip together, there's about 3 or 4 plugs and sockets between the two boards. When they clip together, it holds it in place. So it's actually pretty decent. Not too much hassle there. Everything else is fairly easy to put together. That's quite a fickle part there. The wires, these wires are put back into the slots, so when the front cover sits on, it goes on fairly neat. This bit here is a bit of annoying. You have to look where the shoulder button levers locate down through the housing and into the switches. So once you've got that, it goes on easy. The little button pad, D-pad, just make sure the longest lug on it is facing the top. It'll go in no bother. The little metal ring goes on, no problem, just clip that back on. Front face, put it back on, and then flip it over. Yeah, the rest of the analog sticks, you need to put that in. So once that's on, you can use the other magnetic bit, like I show here, just to stop it falling back off again. Now I done it in a bit of foam, that way I didn't damage anything. Again as well here, just make sure all the buttons, before you put the thing together for the last time, just make sure all the buttons and everything are working. This here is a standard connector for a circuit board. Slide it in, and there's a little black part that lifts up. This time, push it down, and that will be locked in place. I just put the back on. Once the back's on, there are 4 standard Torx, and the centre one here, it's not a Torx, well it is a Torx, but it's a tamper-proof Torx, which has got a little pin in the middle of it. You can use a flat screwdriver to get that one. And these just stick and clip in place. There's a bit of sticky tape. Batteries back in, back on, power on, and you should be good to go. That took me, start to finish, stripping, fixing and reassembly, 28 minutes. So it's not that big a job. Okay, hope you liked the video, guys. Subscribe, like, anything I missed or want to add to, feel free. Cheers, guys.